What is happening, PokeMoshPit? I go by the name of Sucker4Jessica on YouTube, and I'm delighted today to bring you a quick RU battle. For those unfamiliar with what RU means, RU it refers to Pokemon that are rarely used within the current metagame. Pokemon that are, considered to be inferior to that of what you would consider OU or underused, meaning overused and underused Pokemon. So my opponent's going to start things off with the Golem, right? He's going to immediately switch out after getting the Leech Seed off on him. The damage now entails that I broke his ability, the Sturdy ability, which means that he can't survive potential one-hit KO moves anymore. On the switch out to his Lilligant, I did set the Stuff Rock, right? And I just used Torterra as Sleep Fodder so that I can bring something in to try to deal with this Lilligant at the moment. He is going to be able to set up one Quiver Dance, right? Hit me with super effective damage. So I'm thinking like, okay, that's probably Hidden Power Ice because it's common for Lilligants to carry Hidden Power Ice or Hidden Power Fire to deal with threats that will commonly switch into a Lilligant. So I'm like, okay, and just to test that theory, I'm just going to switch it to my Kling Klang. If it happened to be Hidden Power Fire, Drift Blim would have taken super effective damage from it. And things like Kling Klang, without the usage of Hidden Power Fire, without the presence actually of Hidden Power Fire, things like Kling Klang will potentially wall it. But fortunately for me, fortunately and unfortunately, I'll tell you the good news first. Fortunately for me, I am Steel, and I do happen to be Choice Specs, right? I am still going to be able to hit this thing with quite a considerable amount of damage. But the bad news is that after the Solar Beam, I still take a lot after that Quiver Dance. So it's like, okay, I'm just going to have to switch in my Drifblim, right, as Death Fodder, right? I know he's going to go for the Hidden Power Ice, I guess. So I'm like, okay, you know something? My Drifblim died. This is amazing. I know it's Hidden Power Ice now, and Solar Beam has to take 2 turns in order to charge up. So my Beartick has the substitute. So I know I can sub up, right, and probably, get her for Ice Attack or whatever like that. I'm just trying to get her into a situation where I can probably have a sub up for the next Pokemon. But unfortunately, I underestimated what kind of hidden power that was. And I'm like, okay, it racked my brain a little bit when I saw the hidden power be do super effective damage to Beartick. So I'm like, what is that? And it so happens that it's Hidden Power Rock. So that is ingenious, dear ArmedFro. That is my opponent's name, by the way, that I'm facing. ArmedFro, that's a genius thing that you did right there, having Hidden Power Rock on the Lilligant, because what happens is Rock type attacks cover Lilligant's most common threats, which are Fire and Ice. So that's kind of amazing. And what's also amazing is that I got an unknown kill, Hidden Power Fire, Choice Specs. That was amazing. Before his, what's that thing called again? Cricketune came in and did some damage to me and finished me off, right? I know Kling Klang with my defensive capabilities and my EV investment will survive the potential X-Scissor KO that it looked so present that X-Scissor was just going to finish me off. It's like, why would you even switch in Kling Klang? I know it resisted. It looks like Cricketune was about to finish that off too. But I know my EV investment, and it looked inviting for him to stay with the X-Scissor, being that X-Scissor wasn't, not very effective, but just to try to finish off my Kling Klang. And I knew it would live, but wow, that was a close call. 2 HP, that's amazing. So I just stay in, right? I know I'm behind with the video. I stay in anyway, with the Kling Klang, because I know, Dusknoir has the, the Shadow Snake. And now we're here with Relicanth and Torterra. So 2 switches ahead. I'm skipping ahead to, where the video is currently placed now. So, thankfully, I'm able to wake up my Torterra, which is great. He doesn't fear my Torterra at all because he's seen the Leech Seed, and it doesn't necessarily make sense. He knows what kind of player I am. It doesn't necessarily make sense for me to carry the Leech Seed and the Giga Drain with my current team setup. In some cases, it does make sense, but my current team lineup is like, Leech Seed could just rack up residual damage on like common switches and things like that, and then later on I could just use Earthquake to probably finish it off, just in case I'm heavily relying on Torterra for whatever reason. Torterra is more of a tank, has more of a tankish role on my party than anything else. It's like, okay, Torterra. I mean, this thing has a continent on its back. It's amazing. So on the switch, I just don't want to risk my Basculin taking burn and crippling its attacking capabilities after finishing off the Golor. So he thought he could live the Aqua Tail, which is kind of undershadowed because he didn't consider that I would be Choice Banded. It would have lived and he would have retaliated back, but I happen to be Choice Banded and Glow by Dust. So we're here with 2 versus 2. It's Torterra and my Basculin versus his Golem and his Dusknoir. So He does a pro move. Actually, I think that's one of my moves that I actually did. I introduced something called phase retaliators, where I will be carrying the red card, and then when somebody attacks me, I will do the red cards, shuffle out into a different kind of Pokemon, and retaliate back with counter or miracle. He did the same thing, kind of similar move. I retaliated with the Earthquake, and his red card shuffled into Basculin, and his super power is definitely going to be able to finish my Basculin off. So I'm here for Burnt Torterra. Gonna have to play a little bit of mind games to minimize the damage that I'm gonna potentially be taking from the Golem and the Dusknote, because I have to be mindful that I have to survive. Torterra has great willpower at the moment, so it's like the mind games are working great, pretty well. Useless crit there despite me having to burn. So I'm like, okay, I'm at 59 HP. I hold this guy. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I can survive a Shadow Sneak. I'm hoping, maybe all my thought process will be all null and void, because maybe he'll just show me the Ice Punch and that'll be a good game right then and there. But he has Earthquake and Shadow Sneak. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can, prolong my survival a little bit. I mean, I know the burn is going to take a lot more damage as opposed to the recovery that I have with the Elite Seed, even though I do have the big root. So Terra's showing some serious willpower there with the critical hit with the Earth Power, but unfortunately for me, his Earthquake finishes me off, and that was definitely a great game. Viewers, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Definitely having a lot of fun. Short and to the point. Don't forget to comment, and I'm still talking, and have fun.